Hello, LAP. This is Brandon Rice here coming to you with your chairman's report. Uh, don't have order banks and things like that, so I'm going to leave that stuff out at the beginning of the videos for the foreseeable future here. Our retool's moving along pretty nicely, making really good progress. I'm working on getting permission to properly put up some pictures and videos and kind of show you guys what's going on, but you know, you get out there on the east end of the building if you were from body shop, and you can stand over there on the east wall next to what used to be body sides and the docks, and you can see several hundred yards across with nothing except for the vertical posts in the way. When you go over to the west side, as of earlier this week, they were over to the engine line. Everything was bare concrete over to there, and it's interesting to see. You know, again, it looks more like a warehouse than it does an assembly plant. It's something that's very different from what we're used to. Normally, you can see 50, 60 feet in each direction because there's lines and stuff hanging down everywhere, and that's not the case right now. Pre-delivery is completely cleared out as well. And I'd love to be able to show you guys that. So I'm working on getting permission to be able to put some of that stuff up where we don't have any issues with that. As soon as I do, I'll try and get some stuff out. Did want to give our skilled trades some kudos because they are killing it. They're working around the clock. We got 2 shifts in here, 12 hours, and they're just everything that they're taking on. They're finishing either on time or ahead of schedule. Doing a really good job. Proud of our guys for the work that they're putting in out there. Speaking of skilled trades, we just had a class of apprentices come on. They started Monday in their safety courses. They're going to be going up north for their classes up there, and they're going to be coming back and joining the workforce here. In that group is one of our own. So Austin Keown, our bargainer, actually did take a position as a millwright apprentice. So I want to congratulate him. He is going to be dearly missed. Anybody that's ever been represented by him knows the job that he did. But this is best choice that he could make for himself and for his family. Hopefully once he gets done and gets his journeyman card and everything, maybe he'll consider coming back to us. But again, just want to congratulate him and moving into that. On the UI front, so we're going to have our first opportunity to request our unemployment this coming Sunday. If you opened on Sunday or Monday, it'll be this Sunday, and it's not something that you need to be fearful of. You just need to be careful when you do it. We're not going to be able to request on the phone. We're going to have to do it online. When you go through there, just answer all of the questions clearly. Shouldn't have any problems. It's going to ask you a batch of questions for the first week, and then a batch of questions for the second week. You're going to have a separate spot to put in the name and contact info for who you applied to for each week. So you'll do 5 of them on that week 1 and 5 of them on that week 2. It's not going to be a big to do. It's not going to be real difficult. It's just something that we're all going to have to do. I am planning on trying to put a video together either today or tomorrow, hopefully, of opening a request on that fake claim that, I say fake, the practice claim that I opened up through our UI rep, to kind of give you a guided walkthrough. I think we've got everything resolved. My questions should look the same as everybody else on this one. Hopefully, we'll find out. Once I get done doing it and shooting it, I'm actually going to send the video over to the UI rep to have him make sure it looks like it's supposed to before I put it out. But I will have that. If you've got UI issues, if first off, if you haven't opened a claim yet, I'm not going to say you need to panic, but you need to be definitely lighting a fire under it. It needs to be done. Everybody should have a claim open. If you have issues when you go to request, Johnny Cordova is still going to be at the hall for the entire month of January, Monday through Friday, 8 to 3. The one exception is this coming Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day. It's a holiday. Johnny won't be there that day. So if you've got any issues, you'll have to wait till Tuesday. That being said, even if he were there on Monday, the unemployment reps are off for that day. so he wouldn't have anybody to contact to be able to get any sort of resolve anyway. Let's see here. The waiting week. So it should be a waiting week for most everybody in the building. When you go to file your unemployment, you're going to do it just like normal. The next day, you're going to want to log in and check your payment history. You should be showing a waiting week for the first week of January and a payment for the second week of January. Where you've got your waiting week that first week, what you're going to need to do is take a screenshot, picture, whatever it might be, of the screen showing your waiting week there. You need to send that to laplabo1@ford.com. That's the general labor email address. And then you're going to need to fill out a subcard. We've been putting it out everywhere, but there's a QR code that you can click on, and it'll take you straight to that digital subcard. Easy to fill out, very straightforward. If you've ever filled one out in labor before, it's the exact same questions, it's just digital. You should be able to get to it from your cell phone, your computer, whatever device you might be using. So again, once your waiting week posts, if you need to wait for that to post so that you can show your payment history, turn that in and fill out a subcard for that week. You won't need to fill a subcard out for week 2. As long as you've got a payment from UI, it's going to be on the report that UI sends over to labor, and it'll automatically pay. So don't worry about week 2. And again, if you've got issues, Tuesday you'll be able to catch Johnny at the hall. The KTP posting, talked about that last week. Everybody should have gotten a robocall. They had another posting for KTP for 80 openings. It looks like date-wise that those folks are going to start over there the first week of February. If you're interested in that, you need to make sure that you get signed up. That closes today at 4 p.m. There will not be any extension on this. I can't guarantee any more postings coming. So if you're thinking that you might want to go to KTP, you're going to need to do that today by 4 o'clock. You can do that online. There's a place to do it online. Or if you can't get online, for some reason it won't let you in. We had a few people that had trouble logging into it. We do have a paper version of that sign up down at the hall. You can swing by the hall and get it filled out. Again, needs to happen prior to 4 o'clock today. So if you're wanting to do that, make sure you don't miss it. Only other thing I've got for this week, I wanted to make sure that everybody had the good contact info with labor and medical's phones being down. So if you're needing to reach out to either one of them, the current phone numbers that you will use for labor is 734-890-1198, and for medical it is 734-756-2508. That's all that I've got for this week, and we will see you next week. Thanks.